Welcome to my chefing. My name is Chef Fran, and today we are making, what are we making? We're making lentil bean sauce with basmati rice. So we're gonna make almost like a lentil bean soup, but not quite as thick because you have to liquefy some of it and at least some of the beans, of course. And we're gonna add some kielbasa, some turkey kielbasa to that. And it's gonna have our wonderful aromatics of our celery, onions, and carrots, which is called a mirepoix, which is the French technique for having your onions, which is usually 50% onions, 25% carrots, 25% celery. It's called mirepoix. And we have our butter, and we have our children here, which is our Himalayan salt and black pepper. And our basmati rice is going to get some chicken broth and some coconut milk. And to cook our lentils, we are going to have some chicken broth with it as well. Some butter. Butter makes everything better. And our seasonings here are some smoked paprika. We have our smoked paprika, our cayenne, our garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, basil, and some cumin. Yes, delicious. So let's get into our vitamin content. Our lentils have vitamins A, B6, folate, iron, magnesium, pantothenic acid, potassium, thiamine, and zinc. Our chicken broth has vitamins A, B12, C, D, E, K, and magnesium. Butter, vitamins A, B12, D, E, and K2. Our avocado oil, vitamins A, E, and antioxidants, lutein, and oleic acid. Onions, B6, C, folate, magnesium, potassium. Carrots, A, beta-carotene, biotin, and potassium. Celery, C, antioxidants, beta-carotene, and flavonoids. And turkey kielbasa, B12, niacin, phosphorus, and zinc. Himalayan salt, calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium. Black pepper, A, B2, B6, C, folate, niacin, and potassium. Italian seasoning, B, C, K, calcium, iron, magnesium, manganese. Smoked paprika, A, calcium, folate, potassium, phosphorus. Garlic powder, B6, C, calcium, iron, magnesium. Onion powder, B, C, calcium, iron, manganese, and potassium. Cumin, A, B6, E, C, K, magnesium, iron, calcium, and phosphorus. Cayenne, B6, K, magnesium, potassium. Basil, A, C, K, calcium, iron, manganese. Basmati rice, B1, B6, folate, iron, copper, magnesium, phosphorus, and zinc. Coconut milk, C, folate, iron, magnesium, potassium. Real facts. 35% of people who are facing hunger sell personal property to stretch their food budget. Unfortunately, many people resort to giving up items, medicine, or housing for food. To learn more, you can visit us at jdhcdc.org. So I've cut up our mirepoix. A mirepoix is basically the base when you want to make like soups and stews. It consists of celery, carrots, and onions. And in this case, you know, again, at my chef, we like to do things a little different. I threw in a little garlic in it as well, so it could all kind of saute up in my pot for the lentil soup that we're gonna make. And so it's all cut up, and it's gonna go right in our pot. Allow this to sweat. So I have our lentil beans in here. I had let it soak overnight, which is really important because if you don't do that, then it'll become really gassy and Nobody's gonna want to be around you if you're gassy. So I let it soak for 24 hours. But the thing with lentil beans is that it really absorbs all of its water, because I had over a pound, it was a pound of beans, 16 ounces, and I had 20 ounces of water, and it just absorbed it all, and the beans were just totally left without any water. So they are soft now, so they will cook quicker, so that's the good thing about soaking your beans, but it also helps with the gas. So I am just kind of sauteing it in some onions and some garlic and some celery and carrots, which is, without the garlic, it's called mirepoix. And so we've already kind of cooked up with our mirepoix, and I'm gonna add our chicken broth to it. Well, before then, actually, I'm gonna put our spices. So this is the Italian seasoning we have here. Our garlic powder, our onion powder, our cumin, our basil, our smoked paprika. We love us some smoked paprika here. Okay, and our cayenne, a little bit of cayenne. A little heat never hurt nobody, right? We need a little spice in our life. And I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. I'm just gonna stir this again. And then I'm gonna add my chicken broth, and I'm just gonna let it cook up for about 45 to 50 minutes. And then I'll take it out and take half of it to blend to become liquid. So it could be our sauce, our bean sauce, our lentil bean sauce. And then we'll cook the basmati rice. Chicken broth. So this is 32 ounces, and I'm gonna put all of it in the chicken broth. Okay. And let me just add a little bit of our Himalayan salt and our black pepper. And later on, I will put my turkey kielbasa once we're close to being done, since that's already kind of cooked up already. Okay, so we're gonna blend. I added a little bit more chicken broth with our lentil bean sauce to get it more liquefied, and I left half of it in the pot still so we can have the beans and the sauce together over our rice. And I'll show you what our rice is after. Okay, so I have in here some avocado oil. I'm making my rice, my basmati rice. I have some avocado oil in here and butter. And I just kind of like to stir fry it a little bit just so it can get a little color. And then we will add our chicken broth and our coconut milk. Now, this brand of basmati rice, there are different versions. It will be where it's 2-to-1, or it's 1.5 to 1, meaning 1 cup of rice, 1.5 cup of liquid, or 1 cup of rice and 2 cups of liquid. So this brand here, it's a little different than the brand I normally get, which is usually 1.5. So this one here is 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of liquid. So I have here actually 4 cups of rice. So it's going to be 8 cups of liquid to go here. See, some of it is more like off-white and some of it looks white. So that's from the toasting. So as you toast it, it gets to be more like a darker white. Now I'm gonna add my chicken broth to this, all of it, because we need all the liquid. So this is a lot of rice, and it's gonna make a lot of rice. And I am going to add my coconut milk in here. And I am just gonna stir this, give it a quick stir, and then just put the lid on it and cover it up and show it to you when it's done. So this is our lentil bean sauce with basmati rice. Now, it may not look all that beautiful to the eye, the sauce, the bean sauce, but I'm telling you, you really gotta trust me on this. It is absolutely delicious. You will not be disappointed. You need to really make this. It is life. It is delicious, delicious, delicious. You know, growing up in a culturally diverse family, we eat a lot of bean sauce. Black bean sauce, red bean sauce, lentil bean sauce, split green pea sauce, and we make it with rice, put it over rice. Now, I will tell you, lentil happens to be one of my favorite beans. Probably out of all the beans, lentil is my favorite. But we also used to have white bean sauce. That was like for like Sunday dinner, you'd have like white bean sauce or green bean sauce. That was like for Sunday dinner, like I said, with like Cornish hen or hens actually, or like a whole chicken. That's what we eat it with fried plantains. Plantains, some of you say. I say plantains. Some people say plantains. But this lentil, it's fire. So, bon appetit. I'm gonna actually mix it. That's how I normally eat it. So, I'm excited. This is really good. Brings me back to my childhood. The thing I love about basmati rice is that it's so light and airy. Spices that are in here, the smoked paprika, the garlic, the onion, the basil, the Italian seasoning, you taste it all. And it just becomes like a beautiful marriage in your mouth, really. And then the creaminess of the bean sauce that's really nice and thick. Now you can make it thinner if you want your bean sauce by adding more chicken broth to it or more water. I like it thicker. And then I love the fact that I have the little lentil kernels here in it. And of course my corn. And that turkey sausage, so good. I encourage you, really make this. You will not be disappointed. I promise. Wow. This is like comfort food. With the rice, basmati rice, I find it to be very light, like I said. but definitely like comfort food. If you're someone from the island and you have bean sauce that you make, from the Caribbean, that's like home. That's like comfort food. So that's what I'm getting here, a piece of my childhood comfort food. So, here's our call to action. Don't forget to click the like button by giving us a virtual hug. When you do that, that allows me and my crew to know that you're enjoying what we're putting out for you. And it just helps us to keep moving forward, to try to think, what else can we make for you? How can we make a new wheel? How can we reinvent the wheel? And when you subscribe, that shows us deep love. And we love being loved because we love you back. And don't forget to share, because sharing is most certainly caring. And when you share our channel, it allows others to know that they can be creative too, and they can cook with passion the way we do here, and love. And if you hit the bell notification, you'll know every time we upload a new video. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. It really meant a lot to me for you to spend your time with me, watching me, and eating with me virtually while I ate physically. And you too can eat physically now, this food, if you attempt to make it. And let me know in the comments if you do. And I have to tell you, I have to take another bite of this because it's so good. I'm loving every bite of this. Every single bite of this is so good. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And come back and hang out with me again. And if you're new to this channel watching, we welcome you, Ma Chefin, with open arms. Welcome. Hang out with us. Thank you again for watching us. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Bye.